Hi, I'm Natalia and welcome to today's episode. Now let's talk about quinoa for just a minute. What makes it so amazing? Now, while being considered an ancient grain, it is technically not classified as a grain. It is a seed of a plant. However, nutritionally, it is considered a whole grain. Quinoa is a great source of magnesium and fiber and vitamins B12 and E. Quinoa has a high protein to carbohydrate ratio compared to other grains. It was proposed with NASA as the perfect nutrition for the long space missions. Now, before you run off and start planning your space mission, let's get you equipped with proper nutrition. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 super easy and amazingly delicious salads that are quick to put together and then that bursting for nutrition that'll supply you with deliciousness for your next space mission or not, or for the next workout, or just dinner or lunch with friends. You get to decide. Now today I will show you 3 different salads. We have the Italian quinoa salad, we have the Greek quinoa salad, and we have the Melanie quinoa salad. Now, the quinoa we'll be working with here has already been pre-cooked, so we're not going to be taking the time to cook it today, so just follow the instructions on the packet on how to cook your quinoa. And let's get started with our first salad. Now what I have is 2 cups of red quinoa. I have a very small, very cute teeny head of radicchio. I have about 7 fresh basil leaves. I have 2 cups of fresh organic baby arugula and half a cup of pine nuts. Now for the dressing for this salad, I just use this organic veal, gluten-free olive oil and balsamic dressing. Makes it nice and easy. So we have our beautiful bowl. We're going to transfer our arugula into the bowl. We will add our quinoa, 2 cups. We'll add our pine nuts. And now let's slice our basil. Now let me show you real quick how you chiffonade the basil. So we take our leaves and we spread them out and we put them one into each other as if you ever were at a cigar making factory. I live in Tampa and we have a lot of cigar making factories. Not that I smoke, I've actually never tried smoking, but I have seen the process of rolling the cigars. So we line these leaves up on top of another. We'll roll this up and then chop, 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 chop. And this is called chiffonading your basil. This is gonna add the most amazing, delicious aroma right into your salad. Okay, and now last ingredient is the radicchio. Now you can use the whole head or half a head. It is completely up to you how much you enjoy radicchio. We're going to slice it nice and thin. I just love the red color that it adds. All right, put this in. And just like that, our recipe is just about finished. Give it a nice toss. Now what I'm going to do is add a little bit of dressing to this and toss it again. And now that it's all perfectly tossed, we are ready to serve. Now look at this. It's beautiful, it's nutritious and delicious. Salad 1 done in under 5 minutes. Let's move on to the next one. Oh my gosh, I love the smell of mint on my hands. It's so good. So we are diving right into recipe number 2, and I'll tell you a secret. This one's my favorite. It's so good. Now you know the big secret. Okay. Okay, so for this one we have 2 cups of quinoa. Just to make things more interesting and exciting, I use the white quinoa. This goes right into our bowl. And so I buy these organic Persian cucumbers. I like a lot of cucumber in my Greek salad, so I will be chopping both of these. You can use your English cucumber, just find whatever cucumbers you like and use as many as you like. Okay, we're gonna chop these up. Oh, I remember when I was a little girl and I would spend summers in Russia, in the countryside. So I grew up in Moscow, which was a big city, but in the summertime, I would go to either one of my grandmother's country houses, and they had a greenhouse. Okay, so we had a little teeny greenhouse where we would grow cucumbers and tomatoes. This was really cool. And we would always eat fresh cucumbers. And what we would do is we would actually slice the cucumber in half, and we'll put a little salt on it. We would rub it in between the like 2 halves together. Oh, those are like the best memories. Especially when cucumbers are fresh. And then you can use the leftovers. I remember doing that. We used the leftovers of the cucumbers and we would put them all over our face, and we would imagine like we were these fancy people with the face masks on. That was my mom's beauty trick. It was very amusing to walk into the kitchen sometimes when my mom would be cooking. She'd have cucumbers stuck to her face. I'd be like, Mom, what's going on with you? She's like, oh, it's just a beauty ritual that I have. All right, so I have a half a cup of crumbled feta cheese. That's going into the bowl as well. And we are going to make this recipe really aromatic. I am going to add a ton of fresh mint. So I have about 10 mint leaves here and a couple of sprigs of oregano, and we're going to chop everything up. And this is where a ton of flavor is going to come in. It's from these fresh herbs. Mint and oregano, so aromatic. Beautiful. Okay, probably add another, just because we are so extra with our fresh herbs. Okay, we'll give it a light chop. And the fresh herbs are going in. Now the dressing is super easy here. What we're gonna use is just the juice of this whole lemon. And a little bit of olive oil, and that's it. That's how easy it is to put together, and you will be shocked at how much flavor is packed into this salad. A little olive oil here. So we have all of our ingredients in here. Just toss it in beautifully. So what I really like to do with this one is add some nice grilled chicken to it. Or you can even do grilled tuna, would go really well. You can add some olives to this. And look at that. All right, salad number 2, done. All right. I think I'm channeling my inner Matthew McConaughey here. I'm just super excited. We are getting to the finish line. Salad number 3. This is our Melanie quinoa. It's really fragrant, it's beautiful. So just to keep things interesting and exciting, I mixed a cup of white quinoa and a cup of red quinoa together. So this is what you can do, is you can cook a batch of quinoa and make it into 3 different salads, and now you're not bored. Now you can plan your meals out for the entire week. And by the way, if you are looking for a meal planning tool, I have an amazing mindful meal planning PDF that you can get right on my website, healthyintent.com. All right, so we have 2 cups of quinoa. We have about half a cup of each of chopped fresh watermelon and chopped fresh cantaloupe. It is up to you what size cubes you are wanting in your salad. I like mine very little. Next, we have some cilantro. Again, how much cilantro you use, if you like cilantro or if you don't like cilantro. I know there's a part of the population that cannot stand cilantro. When they put it in the mouth, it tastes like soap. And from what I have heard, it might be a genetic thing. All right. I'm not like a huge fan of cilantro. Some of my friends feel like they can bathe in it, but I can tolerate it, let's put it that way. As a chef, I think I have to tolerate some of the foods. But then I don't want cilantro to get upset with me, so cover your ears. And we're gonna chop this up lightly. Add this in. And now we will be working on our dressing for the salad. So really nice. We're going to use a zest and a juice of 1 whole lime. So whenever you zest in your citrus, always go 1, 2, and then churn it, because the white stuff is what's really bitter. So you're getting all your flavor and none of the bitterness. All right. So I already have my lime squeezed. And then I have some honey. All right, the honey is going in. About a tablespoon of honey. I have about a teaspoon of grated ginger. And we have about 6 tablespoons of olive oil going in. We'll mix all of this together. Now the last step, and I saved it for the last step, is some chopped jalapeno. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put on gloves, because I don't want jalapeno getting on me in any way, shape, or form. All right, so I'm going to use probably about 1/4 of this jalapeno. But if you like it hot, go for it. Get more in. I find that just a little bit of the heat from this jalapeno adds a really nice contrast to the melons, to the sweetness of the melon. Okay, so this goes in. Our dressing goes in. Put a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. Okay, now we mix this together. It smells incredible. And here we are. This is the most fragrant cooking session. And you will absolutely fall in love with these salads. I cannot wait to read your comments and see which one is your favorite. And I have some friends coming over, so we can move on to lunch. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like, share with your friends, And thank you. Live a deliciously healthy life.